Hello and welcome. Right, yes, we have got work to do straight away. We're going to get this little lot. Yeah, we've also got the production shed to sort out, which I didn't want to do without you being present. So I also need to find. Yeah, I'm trying to find a location that's central. It does not take up much room, so it could go next to the house or anything. But I don't really want that where the dog is. That door does not work, but then there's a gate that doesn't need. Yeah, that does not need it. We'll then get all the things fed. Let's put this on time. This is just deliberation now. It is. This is us looking for somewhere to place, to have some building work done. Now, that's not a bad place, but it's a little bit out the way for what I would like. I would like this to be the hub of the operation. And to be honest, it really has become that for me anyway. Yeah. Oh, now what about there? There's a grate there. I don't think that'd be. There is some stuff though there that side that it could go. What about on this grass? That's a bit. It's a little bit special in so much as we could chop the tree down, I suppose, and stick it in the middle of that lot. Or what about here, set back next to the shed? That's fairly central. I'd like to have it in the middle, but that's too good a place. Oh, what about the beginning of the ramp? Or that door doesn't open. What about next to that? That looks like a plan to me. It does. Yeah, now this is my self-sufficiency drive. I've been doing now for quite a few Let's Plays. So again, I am following on the same thing with this absolutely probably has ensconced. No, let's not use posh words. It is probably overtaken, overshadowed every other mod that I have got. I've got quite a few fantastic mods that we used to use for the fertilizing. Yeah, for selling making fertilizer and all that type of thing. But this makes herbicide, it makes fertilizer. It's got a small amount of storage, which, when you consider how big this is not really surprising, truthfully. Also, we ought to be putting a dairy down because we have got cows in it. It's a very, very modest one, made by a very good partner called Disturb Simulation. So yeah, I think we ought to be doing this. Gordon Bennett, I've got too many interactive things from the old countryside farm, the old farm countryside. Here we go. This is my bestest partner. I have many, but this one is really, I've come to love and admire this one a lot because it was sitting there for absolutely months, never used it at all. Very, I know I'm blocking the door, but we never use this door on this farm, so we don't particularly care. So yeah, we are literally. Oh, we're a bit over the path. Well, no, we can do something about that. We can. We will just have the path expanded on a little. It's not too bad actually, but yeah, I think we'll. Now then, which one is that? Is that? No, it's definitely not that. Is it that? No, it's not that either. I would say it's that. I would say that you were right. Yeah, we're about, I think, where we were before now. It's not too bad. Let's just take a little bit back off here so it looks a little bit more like it should do. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. We may have destroyed the chance of having a production there later on, but it is important. Now then, while we're in this, let's stick a... Yeah, because we're literally... Oh, do we need... Yeah, we do. We do definitely need this. It's going to be a level 1 for a while because we can't really afford, but it's important that we tickle this straight away. I will allow... I've started to do this for this quite a lot because obviously chocolate sells very well. Now we want the... Now, the other thing I'm going to say is, although this one says cheaty, it isn't cheaty anymore. It is. I'm not got 30,000 to put down on this, and I think this is America. I really do. But, right, where are the cows? Because I'd like to be quite close to them. I think this is their yard over here. And like that one, we don't use that door, but we could. Now then, the important end is the end where the milk things churns aren't. Yeah, that end. But do we need it? Yeah, always say this. It is always a good practice to actually do, because just in case you miss something and this is one of my favourite mods, but I don't place it so often that I still know it really well. Right, and it's moved me straight back to there. Yeah, we can't go there, but we could go there, and the path still comes around nicely. We could there's plenty of paths still there for that type of thing. So I just think while we've got a little bit of money. Oh, you see, that would have been a bad move. It would, because yeah, If you ever, I don't very often, I usually sell direct, but you never know. One time you could think, right, I need to spawn, and I would have spawned it inside the building if it had let me. Ooh, it's doing something weird for some reason. Let's just see if we can stick that in VMAT. Oh, it is. At that point, it wants to climb high. Yeah, because 3 dimensions, I've said this before, but I think it's the way it plays with other things around. Oh, wow, it is. That's the best you could get it. And we are technically, oh, I don't know, I don't think it was that far over the path. Yeah, that's down on terra firma. That's actually about perfect. You could even still get to your door. Do we need V mode? Yes, we do. Smashing. Right, let's immediately switch those off, and we are getting terribly low on money. So then let's get some work done, and let's get these animals fed is the most important thing, and also get this production churning. Yeah, let's remember what we've said as well. Even though I know it's going to skin us a little bit, we can always do some contracts is the word I'm struggling for. Now, it's in decoration, this is, and it is others, and it's not terribly far in. It is the new. It tells you. I love the fact that, oh, hang on, why are they? It must have been a mod that did that, where it tells you the modder's name, because it's gone now. I must have a mod on that I haven't ticked coming into this one that tells you the modder's names, because it was there. Right, anyway, look, concentrate. I bet I've gone past it. I'm a terror for this. Nope, I don't want that. But yeah, I think this is fantastic. I've wanted this for absolutely forever. I think we have. I'm sure it's much closer to the beginning than this. As I'm chatting, I almost go blind. I literally am, all my concentration's literally talking to yourselves. There we go, it is. This is the smallest. And I know it's got a back thing, it really does, and I know we're going to have to do it in V mode, but yeah, it's just for that bit of realism. I don't really like this throwing it into concrete. If we're aiming for immersion, I know I'm doing this now, but if you're aiming for immersion, then truthfully I think it should go into a grate. That's not bad. And it's weird, now sometimes I can close this because it's a bit, you bump into that, and then other times I can't. You have to literally, I did it yesterday and I was facing this and it would not do it. Now I know that's sort of, you now say, it's a little bit unrealistic. I know in a way it is, but I'll bump into it. I suppose, no, let's try with that. I do like the realism of it, I really do. It's an amazing step in the right direction in my personal opinion. Right, so we need to be sticking, well, these are down already, so let's just stick these in. These are to make our lime, and we also need water. Now, the one good thing about that tank to the left of us, oh no, we've got plenty of water tanks, haven't we? So there's no point in, worrying about that. We've got a sprayer as well, so this is going to save us money. Now, obviously, cost us money to put it down, but it's going to save us an awful lot of money. See, now it does that a lot better than it going into the actual ground. That's what I really wanted to achieve, really did. Right, now then. So yes, we need to, and also the one in the actual as well. Smash in, and are we going to? I think we're going to need to unfold as well. Oh no, it's the other one I wanted to unfold, but that'll do. We can leave that as well. That's not hurting at all. We're going to make use of that as well. Wherever we need to do little runs to the shop, that's what we're going to be using. I probably will get the H2 Studios, the bigger one for the lorry in... Oh no, we don't. We've got the platform, you Wally. Yeah, we have. I'd forgotten. No, it's weird, isn't it? What the things that you use the most. I would normally go for the H2 Studios, but you're right, we've got the platform. Amazing. The value of that is absolutely stupendous. It really is. Fantastic. Let's get... Yeah, we'll just get off what we need, and we're going to feed the animals straight away. Futa lager. It's, to me, I know you can't always choose your mods based upon your actual place, can you really? So you can't really say it is down to that. Right, so we need to be grabbing everything off here. Now this is where my my normal thing does out surpass this particular mod. Yeah, this is my old favourites, the big bag handler. But this is where it really doesn't shine. Because if I grab this, as you all well know, I am going to grab... I wish they could fix that. I'm going to grab the entire lot. So then it means I have to like go for a lack of immersion, and we have to like do some bullet gate tactics of like pushing things off, which is a little bit messy. It makes me look like an angry Mr. Angry, and I'm pushing all my stuff straight onto the ground. And also manhandling my fertilizer spreader, making that, yeah, bad. It's awful, really. But yeah, what can I do? There's no way I can actually isolate this little lot, except for doing this. Now, if I was using the AGM pack, of course, then I could do this like a dream. But I've got the quick, and it doesn't play nicely with... Yeah, it doesn't. I've got to be honest, the AGM pack plays nicely with its... Not the AGI either, I do mean the AGM. Yeah, the AGM lifter, it doesn't play nicely with anything else. It doesn't. It's a shame, because I'll be honest, that would go with me everywhere. But it goes on the top knuckle rather than the bottom, so it then becomes unlevel, and then it causes mayhem. Right, we need something on that, Mr. Smith. Wait, oh, we didn't buy the RDMR. We might ask the shop to drop us one off, I think, and we'll set that going before we do anything else, because it's going to take a while. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not... Yeah, we know we've got to feed the animals, but also... Right, smash. Now, this is... That mod is by GTX, who is a modder that I am very, very grateful to, because he produces an awful lot of mods that I use, truthfully. And does he? No, I'm not sure. I would not. Yeah, the beautiful thing is, obviously, for mods, I have got that mod and I will tick it. I don't know which mod it is, but yeah, it shows the modders' names. Either that or Giants have done it, but it is absolutely fantastic. It really is. I love that feature. Right, so then let's concentrate, Mr. Smith. We need to be getting like on with... I'm trying to think, do we use the RDMR, or it's quite a powerful... but no, this has been souped up. This can actually cope with it. Yeah, it is. It's 100 horsepower. Oh, yeah, because if you look at the price of all these others, as good as they really are, and there are some that aren't bad. The Nova Cats, it's not awful. But, I mean, there's the Corto. Do we buy the Corto? That's a cracking motor, and it's a little bit more real, little bit more... And then, of course, you could go for that at the beginning, which is about on par with the RDMR. In fact, it's the same thing. And it'll cover... All you need to do with that is look at the horsepower. 20, 100. So I think we're going to go for that. But we are going to definitely change the colour. I think actually red will... No, should we go white? Okay. It's going to get filthy, but hey ho, it is anyway. Going to get greeny white. Right, okay then. So that has gone the completely wrong way, I think. I think we need to be facing this the other way. Yeah, all it needs to do is cover the hole where the back 3-point link is, because that's the only bit where the mowing doesn't take place. So yeah, this covers that area, and then also goes to the right very slightly, and then expands this a little bit more. So yeah, I'm never not really good at this, because if you go, is it round and round that's good, or is it round and round that's bad? It's the rows that are bad for these fields. Yeah, it's the ups and the downs that are terrible. If you go round and round, you don't really need to think about this. Now, will this work together well? It should do. No, it is going to cover that area that we just spoke about. So let's have a look if Courseplay will actually pick this up. I've not done any courses at all yet. Obviously, this is the second session. So right, so we need to say what do we call this? A grass field, because it's not got a number. I think we will. I think that's a very, very sensible thing. So GF, it is indeed, and we are going to literally cut this grass whilst we feed the animals. To me, it seemed like a sense. You've got to have your jobs out in, haven't you? Really, right? So, oh, fantastic! It's worked it straight away, and it hasn't worked out the work with at all. So it's 2.2 plus 4.4 is 6.6. Now, it never works out that front mower anyway, so it really is that. So 6.6 meters is the total, but I don't know if some of that's overlap. So should let's try 6.5, I think. Number of headlands. We need as many as possible, really, to go round and round, so that I don't do the overlap. That's perfect. It is. Right, smashing. So we're going to save the course. Activate 6.5 meters. And we are going to go first. We don't want any of that showing at all. Now let's just... No, we haven't got time for doing that type of thing. We're going to have to trust to a little bit of luck. No, that's no. I was just thinking of the mulch. It's amazing. I only ever mulched a contract field, which filled me with such horror that I always, every time I use a mower, I think, have I got it in mulch configuration? And I know I can't put that on in mulch configuration, but it scared me so much. It truly did. That right, we need to be dropping that down for a minute. We need to be dragging that away so that we can free ourselves of all that stuff. I suppose I could raise it, but that might capture one of them still. I just want to drag it away from it so that it all drops off like that. Then we can do that. I think this is an amazing thing, and also the fact you can put it on the floor. You can. It's so versatile. But then again, it is a low loader, so people don't need you to say that. Yeah, you can put vehicles on it, blah blah blah, because people know this. This is true. Although, say that, you never know if there's someone brand new to the game watching. Oh, it's the dog. I wonder what on earth that was there. Yeah, it is true. You don't know that there's someone brand new who does not know that. I love this weight, and well, I love them both actually, almost equally. I think they're very, very special, and combined give it a massive weight as well. Right, so I think the brown, isn't that TMR? Forage, it is TMR, or forage as it's saying. So we'll stick this straight in the cows. Yeah, it is TMR, definitely. Right, so then we want cows, which is to the left of us. We'll grab the other one out in a little while. Yeah, I'm happy even if this is all achieved. Now I do believe we probably need to switch the zone markers on, or maybe not. I'm not sure we will. I think we can work this one out if there's a little bit of logic, and I think there will be, because I'm going to call her Kaz. I've got to, because yeah, it's just who I really think it is. And if I'm wrong, I do apologise. Ka77e. But yeah, I'm going to call you Kaz. It could be Kate though, or Katie. But yeah, we're going to go for. I think Kaz or Katie sounds much nicer than Ka77e. Really. So yeah, we're going to stick with that. Ooh, I forgot we've got that on there already as well. Right, so smashing. We guessed that correctly. Do we need water for these? Do we? Let's have a look. Or do they fill naturally themselves? Right, so we've got an equal amount of milkers and an equal amount of for carcass ones. That's what I was trying to say. And they are. So these ones actually 18 months are nearly at the point where they can right, TMR 5 tons. These was TMR as well. I was beginning to think I'd actually bought forage, but no, it's actually TMR. Yeah, are we being self-sufficient? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure as well whether we're going to go for this is for the chickens. We could also make our own seeds by doing this as well, which is not a bad idea. But we are planted this year, so I'm not going to worry about that particularly right now. Now then, now someone has left this in the way. Can I get away with dragging it a little bit? Where will the feed point be? I would say it's going to be where the bucket is. A guess. And a guess, I think actually we didn't need to move that at all, because I think personally What's that great for there? I don't know, but I think it'll be here, right near this feedy bin type thing. Right where that concrete block is, I should say. And it doesn't need to be the right way round, or it doesn't actually work. It's amazing. You can hover over it if it's the wrong way round, which again is something. Oh, now that's filling the bucket. Now it's not. Amazing how it has to be so high. That's why I started to employ trailers for slow release, but it still needs you in the tractor to actually do it for any length of time. Smashing. Right, so now if we drop that off for a minute, did we buy any one? Well, I would say so. For how many chickens we've got there, I would say 5 tons is going to really sort of serve them until they multiply as they... Oh, skid steer. This is true. It is. I've never tried that, but I don't think it will work, because I don't think it's just a level thing. Now, if physics existed in the truest sense, I could strap this to that, and I could literally tip that, and it would do that, like it just did. So, you know, Giants, I've got to be honest, that was a bit special, and that just goes to show how very wonderful. Do you know, I never had my iPad in here. I've left the sound on. I do believe there is a mute button I don't know that there is on the new iPads. When I say new, I don't mean new. It was a refurb actually. Yeah, I'd never ever bought an Apple. I bought Apple products. Well, me and my daughter went into business many years ago, and we used to sell iPhones on eBay until we got ripped off a few times by people who sold dodgy iPhones, and then we stopped. We thought, well, if we're going to get ripped off by people all the time, we're not going to do this. So we left it alone. Right, we'll leave. So the milk point is there. It's excellent. And this is, what is this? It is pig food. Right, we're going to do one at a time because this is a little bit heavy, really, and they will devour this. Like it's gone out of fashion. There's not much in it. Oh no, there is. It's on this side actually. Beginning to get a little bit of a feel for it. A little bit, not excellent. And it is beautiful. I've got to be honest. Kazi really does a fantastic job on. Oh yeah, I know. I still don't know how to. Now I would say it's in there. I know it is in there. Why did I say? I know it's in there. I remember they're underneath that, and I think that's an amazing, beautiful. That's the one thing I'm going to say. The design of the buildings. I've said this quite a bit about English maps. How people always have torturous farmyards where you've got to literally squeeze in, and the sheds are small. And not all farms in England are like that. They really aren't. So yeah. No, I'm not going to say anything critical at all. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get scanning fields as well, because that's costing us money to actually do that. Let's grab the other one. Make sure we only get that. I'm going to stick that in. And yeah, I think if we can feed the animals... brilliant, finished work. So I've got the courseplay, and I thought I'd try that again because the in-game system doesn't work, but I'm not sure if courseplay, if you don't have the message model, whether that suppresses the natural ones. Because I will keep saying I'm going to take courseplay out and see, just do a test, and it's like taking your right arm off really to remove courseplay for me. It's just is probably the most mod that I would seriously miss of others. Follow Me is up there with it, as I realised on multiplayer, because it doesn't actually. And up there also is the Upgrade Factories mod. That has become an absolute, really important thing to me. But yeah, because it's realistic. I keep saying on Ovo Solo we must have had about 8 or 9 dairies, and it still wasn't enough. We got twice as much stuff than that could actually cope with. Now, can we just about manage to grab that super duper fertilizer spreader that has become, yeah, that has surpassed even my WMX? And now we should, if we're clever. Oh, that is if we're not going to attack the building. Should be able to just... It's a weird angle though. That's what's doing it. It is right weird angle. If we were clever, we could actually... Oh no, but that's going to cause problems. No, it didn't work. I thought dropping it on it might actually wake it up, but it hasn't. Right, okay, so then, no, it's all down here. Yeah, we need this, the TMR, but I don't know if we can separate that. What we could do is just go to grab a clump. Now, will the TMR probably will actually also go into the... oh, this lot all wants to go into the production shed, so let's do that. And can we give that a bit of a nudge to try and separate it all? I know it's a little bit brutal, but sometimes you just have got to give it someone a sharp kick or something like that to sort things out. It's like, you know, one of the tricks I learned on this was the weights. One of my favourite weights for the telehandlers, they often drop and fall over for apparent, sometimes no reason whatsoever. Other times you run over them, but that's exactly the way you fix it. You run over it again a couple of times and it actually rights the wrong, and it looks a little bit odd, but it's the best thing other than a reset to actually sort it out, because I hate using resets with a passion, really. Now then, can we push those out of the way? Like that. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. I don't know that it'll actually... Yeah, we could do that. You could even, yeah, that's the way that you can use the big backhander in the proper way, that you're not actually marmalising the rest of the product, which is very useful. Can we attach the other one if we go close enough? And indeed. Then all we need to do... Oh, they don't have the squirminess on these. It's the only bad thing I'm going to say. It's sometimes quite painful. They almost look like they're possessed by demons. They're that squirmy, like they're living bags. Fantastic. Let's go and feed the rest of the TMR to the... So fantastic. Now, how did we do on the field? We'll just feed this and then we're going to have a quick look ourselves. Then we need to get the scanning done. And I think a short first session is in order. And then, yeah, do we need to do any contracts to just expand our... I looked to see if we needed water, and I still don't know if we did. I didn't. I was then chatting. Let's have a quick look. Do we need water? I got so sidetracked by the actual animals themselves. No, I like that fact. Now they hopefully will start to, yeah, that's going up nicely. The chickens should now have, oh wow, so there's, yeah, nearly, we said 9 tons I think, and we have 10 tons of, because it's proper pig food, it's actually ticking all the boxes. So yeah, they should all now recover from this particular thing. Oh, not bad. Yeah, there's the only bad thing about doing that, but there's no gaps. And it did actually, it is working, the width and everything's working. They're just corner swishes. That's the only bad thing about doing it the way that I just did it. So let's just tidy up a little bit. Fold. Oh, no, I know, I'm always too quick. Always try and literally press it straight on. Lower. Let's tidy this little lot up because it's precious. Do we go for the BGA? I think it is really, it's the beginning of a successful journey on almost all of the farms that I go on. It's never a waste if you've got grass, really, but you have got to start to feature it. There's no good not doing it, really. So it's not quite reading the edge of the field right. Or maybe there's a little bit Is this possible? Of course, we can not. It's not perfect. It does to me look like it's not quite got this. Or I've done the width wrong. No, but if I did the width wrong, then it would show all the way through the field. So we'll have to manually do a little bit of windrowing as well. Yeah, it is. It's missing quite a patch, really. So we can alter the course, I think. We might manually tweak this a little bit, just not today. No, I just want to get the windrower going. And let's go straight down here. Yeah, it's not missing because of the front mower. That was the bit I wanted. That gap is about right. Yeah, there's no gap, should I say, in between that there, and that's what you want. Right, so let's do these ones. Yeah, when they're together flat, there's no bits of grass going through. That's truthfully when you've got it right. So I was right. Very, very reasonable. Yeah, the RDMR would have worked, but then it's unnecessarily putting stress on the tractor because it is quite a heavy horsepower requirement on the RDMR. So think of all things, this probably is. Might look a little bit odd, but it does now give us an awful lot more. Yeah, another really, it's 2 meters extra, so I think that's well worth going for, really, for 2,000 odd. So we just do that edge to maximize this. Now there are no collisions as we found yesterday as I went through the fence, so let's just sort this out. And we'll have to manually windrow a little bit around the edge, but we can finish that off afterwards. Fantastic. Is that, yeah, there is the one set over there at the back that we didn't do. And as far as I'm concerned, we need to set the windrower going. Now, whether the windrower will do exactly the same kind of corner switches as this, that's the only thing with this kind of shape field. Right, so we want to, if we just go fold, it should. No, it's that one. Yeah, then it switches it off anyway. You don't have to faff around. Now then, grass equipment really wants to be as close to that as possible. We can't afford any extra sheds though. This would be not a bad one, but then this is a pass through, straight through, so really it's a bit too special. So I won't say waste. No, we're not waste on the grass equipment, but this is about the closest to our grass field. So why not stick it in here? It's an awful long shed though. And we just drop this off. It's the way it actually does work. And I think if we're clever, what we could do is stick that. I always find these difficult to actually reverse, and that we'll stick that as far over there. So we could actually get one more implement, maybe the windrower, which was actually, it was in a shed of its own with other equipment. I can't remember where it was yet. Aha, actually I think that was the grass shed right next to the field that Hazard thought of perfectly, and I've gone and shifted things around. Now, well, we'll live and learn, and we will stick it in this one next time. I think that's right. That's by design, and a very good design too. Right, now then we need to repair that. We don't need to, but we will. Yeah, I would like my equipment to be, because it is 50% damaged. It's quite heavily damaged, really. It's definitely showing some war wounds from all of the farming that this has done over the maybe years that it's been in use. Right, so then, I like this one. I'm a big fan. Yeah. Right. We need to be setting the stones actually after this. And we need to be scanning the fields also. And do you know something? We could probably use exactly the same course. Oh, no, we couldn't. No, we could not. It's a little bit bigger. I didn't realise it was that much bigger. Right, so open generator. 7.8. I think that's a little bit excessive, and I think this time we only need 2 for a thing of that width. Yeah, I think I'm not sure. 3, I would say, to be safe in case it crashes into something. So 7.8, save, activate, 7.8 meters, go. And first waypoint, go. Now then, let's move out of the way. Why did you walk in front of the tractor? That is a good question. It really, no, I think I left it over here. We abandoned ship pretty much where we actually dropped our tools down. And I think this is probably not a bad one to actually use for this. We could. Now I've got crop destruction plus on. It's no, oh, what it means to do that. Yeah, we'll drop that there. We'll stick the, oh, and we get to, I think so. We might have to do a bit of, I think actually, this is what I was saying about giants and mechanics, how they do allow you a bit of a nudge in the right direction when things are almost, yeah, like the big backhand lane, you couldn't get that, but its 3-point link is facing this way, but in real life you probably struggle a little bit, but the giants are giving you their helping hands. Ooh, it is necessary to do that. So this tank is we're going to use for all manner of things to expand the storage, but we can also fill it with fuel if we want. We could use it as a fuel tank. Now then, I believe, where is the 3-point on there? This side, I think. So if we're clever, there. I know it's a little bit, but there's not much I can actually do about that. I don't know that it's going to let me do it anyway. It is. Now, yeah, this is a little bit different to what you normally do. This is true, I don't normally do that. If we sort of do that, then that actually will work. It's a puzzle. That's all it is. It's a puzzle to be solved. Right, let's get the grass field on. Let's get some scanning done. I think we're going to need to, because if we're going to stick the BGA down, when really we truthfully need to have 55,000 or more available, so we have not got that presently. We could take a bridging loan. True, bridging loans I accept if it's for a purpose where you're going to earn money straight away, then that's not a bad idea. Oh, we can almost do that in one scan. Are we going to, I reckon we'll just miss that little corner. It's grass, and it's probably going to stay grass. It also does a tiny little bit more if you look. It won't fill the corners, but it will literally give you a nudge just a little bit more. If we stay on this... oh, no, it didn't actually. They've altered that. No, it did used to, but that I am going to say it really did do that. Right, so our fields are... Let's have a look. Let's move out the way of the other tractor because we don't want to get clocked. Now, our fields are... I think they're in, yeah, like, yeah, to the left. Oh, no, there is one in ahead of us. Now, I don't think crop destruction works at this point where it's at 0 growth, really. Well, we should test this where we are now, because I think I'm right in saying there's no growth at all. This is one of the only times with crop destruction plus I can actually come across, which is why, for realism, also have started to only lime when there are not plants in the field. Yeah, because that's... oh, no. Yeah, I'd sooner have 2 scans than miss bits, really. Oh, mind you, no, this has got quite a big jutty habit, so yeah, that would be very, very wasteful not to scan all of this, I should say. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And, as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And, goodbye for now.